To see which dog was most qualified to become a guide dog, the woman called all the dogs over, and they all rushed toward her in a frenzy. Only this little puppy hadn't reacted yet. He ran over last, then sat down on the ground. But it was this clumsy little puppy that was chosen as the most qualified to be a guide dog. And so, Quill left his first owner, and was sent to a foster family. A guide dog needs to feel plenty of love in its childhood, to be able to trust humans in its future work. Quill spent a happy year there. When the day of parting came, Quill was put in a car and sent to the guide dog training center. When he first arrived, Quill didn't fit in with the environment. He wasn't used to the dog food there, and during training, he was lazy and unwilling to cooperate. Luckily, the trainer didn't give up on him. Start using encouragement education. Gradually, Quill started cooperating in training. One time, the trainer had to leave unexpectedly, and told Quill to stay put. Quill lay on the ground and waited for a very long time. When the trainer returned and saw him still there, he was amazed at Quill's natural obedience. In road training, whether it was stairs or a corner, Quill handled it with ease. On the day of the guide dog test, a starter pistol suddenly went off, and the other dogs panicked. Only Quill remained calm and composed, sitting in place. He was the first to earn his guide dog qualification. The trainer took Quill to meet a blind man. At first, they didn't work well together. The man didn't trust Quill's guidance, but when they arrived in just 10 minutes, the man gained a new understanding of guide dogs. The man applied to keep Quill, but they still had to complete teamwork training. A man is a typical machismo, and often ignored Quill's instructions. In front of an obstacle, Quill stopped, but he insisted on pushing forward. On a downhill slope, he ignored the guidance, and took a hard fall. Through training, the man gradually learned to trust Quill, and even secretly practiced at night. They finally passed the test, and man and dog returned to the man's home. However, on his first day back at work, the man repeated his old mistake, ignoring Quill's guidance and blocking traffic. The trainer warned him that this could harm both him and Quill, and that if it continued, he'd lose Quill's usage rights. The man realized his mistake and apologized to Quill. They lived together for 2 years, thinking life would always be so peaceful, until one day the man suddenly fell ill. He was taken to the hospital, and Quill could only stay by his side day and night. Since no one could take care of Quill, the man's son took him back to the training center. 3 years passed, and the man never came to get him. Quill doesn't look for a new owner, but became a demonstration dog. One day, the man finally came to the center. They were reunited at last, walking 30 meters together just like in training. And then the man told Quill to stop. It turned out the man didn't have much time left. He had come to walk Quill one last time. 7 years later, Quill retired, and returned to his foster parents' home to live out his old age. He was already old. The steps he once hopped down with ease now required someone to carry him. A year later, Quill fell while climbing the steps. He has been reminding people to pay attention to the steps throughout his life. But in the end, he fell before one. The injury was fatal for an elderly Quill. One night, his foster parents heard Quill breathing rapidly. They came to his side and gently stroked him. And his foster mother sang him a lullaby. Surrounded by deep love, he ended his happy and great life peacefully.